Hi, everyone. I'm Tran Bowie. Coronavirus cancellations, an empty calendar, and no social life. Now, as we are trying to slowly emerge after this quarantine and looking at the future, what does it look like for special events and the people who plan them? So I have with me the ultimate party planners who are with Events of a Lifetime Productions. We have Jillian Marto, who is the president and CEO, and Deborah Hull, who is the vice president. Hi, ladies.
Hi, Tran. Thanks for having us.
Oh gosh, I'm so excited. I have missing your face. And I feel like at the beginning of the year, we had all these great events planned and the future just looked so bright. So Jillian, what did it look like when you started to see the cancellations and all these things started to happen? How did you feel?
Well, 2020 was, our fifth year in business, and we had a stacked calendar, so we were really thrilled about that. And March 14th, we had an event, and couldn't watch TV because we were busy working. And I just saw text messages coming in saying things are going to start closing. And that was the first day I felt like this is really serious. This is a big problem. And, it's devastated our world. What can I say? Our industry is really put on hold. We're waiting for CDC guidelines to open up giving us, a direction, what we can do. But in the meantime, Deb and I, we had to get creative because events must go on and our clients still want to have events. Weddings with love will still go on. Weddings will still happen. And we had to get creative. And thank goodness we took the time to rework our website. We did a whole new website launch and came up with some amazing things to do during this time.
So Deborah,
yes, it's been hard.
Well, I kind of felt it too. Like every cancellation, I was thinking like, oh, maybe a month. But Deb, when it started coming for you, it had to be pretty emotional because I would think this is one of the busiest seasons for event planners.
It is one of the busiest seasons. And when you do the events, especially, it doesn't matter if it's a little event or a big, huge corporate event, you put your heart and soul into it. You have your clients are just, it's something that you've planned and look forward to. And I just felt so bad for our clients because it's so disappointing. And really, we had we did have a stacked calendar. We were jammed. And at first there weren't cancellations. It was, well, let's wait and see. So really, as time has gone on and the uncertainty's gone on, it's gotten harder because nobody really knows when they can get back to doing what we did. But, it's not necessarily bad because I think the hiatus that it's given us has really let people reflect on why we have events in the first place. We are innately relational people. I think we're all over Zoom. Yeah, we have so many Zoom meetings that, it's going to come back. Jillian and I have put our heads together and really have addressed in the climate right now, what can events look like? How will they reemerge? What can we do to make them safe and meaningful for people?
So Jillian, in doing this, now you are not only planning an event, but you're having to plan out the safety of all the people involved. How difficult is that going to be and what is it going to look like?
Well, we are very prepared with our PPE. We've got all the different things that are required to have an event. Gloves, we even have fun masks that we'll be giving some of our...
I need one of those.
So, and of course, hand sanitizer, taking temperatures, but it's tricky because things change all the time and not everybody wants to wear masks. Some want to wear masks. There's a confidence level of our clients and with weddings, obviously numbers, all events, numbers it's all about, keeping the numbers smaller, 10 at the moment, and hopefully that will increase. But we are just trying to make everyone as comfortable. We have signs up with the 6 to 10 feet distancing, and hopefully there'll be a vaccine soon. Hopefully there'll be some, things coming out to make everyone feel safer to get together again. We're really hopeful about that.
So I want to go through what you have planned, because I think it's so innovative, because I was getting concerned that you would not have an event with like 5 people. But I love what you've started to do. So let's start with the big one. Like if someone wants to have a party, I know that there are a lot of cancellations and a lot of spring parties. So what do you plan to do? Deb?
Can you see me? Because I lost you. But
Oh, I
if
can
you
see
can see
you.
me,
Yeah,
that's fine.
I can see you. You look beautiful.
Oh, good. Okay, so I'll just keep talking. Well, we have several different approaches, and what Jillian said is really most paramount to us, assuring the safety of our clients, our guests, our workers. And so one of the first things that we've done is we have social soirees. We really feel that we're going to go back in time a little bit to having, wonderful lavish dinner parties, outdoor cocktail parties. And so we have a division of our business where somebody could call us and say, hey, I want to do this. I have this vision. We'll put together the vision boards. We'll do everything from food to florals to decor to experiential elements that make it fun, but we'll also make it safe in light of what the current conditions are. And then the other thing I think that is big right now is we've had a lot of clients who did have the big weddings coming up. This is, of course, wedding season, and COVID is an unwelcome visitor. Unwelcome is not even a guest.
Right.
Not even a guest. So, our couples are in love, and they're focusing on what's more important. And instead of, waiting for the perfect moment, they're taking this moment and making it perfect. So we put together a package called Why Wait Weddings, which targets these couples who want to go ahead with their wedding and have a meaningful, intimate ceremony, still have it beautiful, and maybe have it video recorded and shown at their big reception later, which a lot of people are keeping them, especially if they're this coming fall, or following in a little later towards Christmas. So we put together that, and our first venue that we have actually chosen for our Why Wait Weddings is Roswell's own historic Naylor Hall.
Oh, that's a beautiful space.
That was very strategic because it's very beautiful. You can do an outdoor, beautiful spaces there. Plus, Naylor Hall, I don't know if people know this, but has actually been treated. All the surfaces in Naylor Hall have been specially treated with a compound that kills germs on contact, even COVID.
Oh, wow.
So we really felt comfortable with that. I think it's important that you work with people like Jillian and I, who have been consistently researching this. So things you might not think about, like we're not going to do a wedding cake out in the open, right? We don't want germs around our wedding cake. So we have creative solutions to that. We have the experiential elements like the love llamas that could come and just add an experiential wow to this special day. You could arrive in a pedicab. You could get there by a horse-drawn carriage. So we're still putting together really creative, beautiful days for couples. And Jillian, what do we have? 4 dates available now?
We do. So we have May 23rd coming up, May 24th, June 12th, and June 13th. And we have we just launched this on Friday, and we already have 7 inquiries. So yes, we were very excited to wake up to that this morning. So it shows couples are ready. They want to get married. Love will prevail through this hard time, and we're excited about what we're offering, and we're excited that the couples are excited. So we're looking for these weddings.
We're gonna have to do a shout out if my friend Kim Cooper is listening, because she had to put her wedding plans on hold. So Kim, if you're out there, you might want to contact Jillian. Love it. just like zoom me in so I can see the llamas. So Jillian, also a lot of businesses are now starting to open up again. Corporations. My husband is still working from home, but he said that even his office are starting to slowly let people come in. So you do a lot with corporations as well. And now is probably a great time to do more of these team building events. So what do you have planned post COVID-19?
Well, we have put together some virtual events for right now. Our clients, in the fall, we have some corporate clients that are just on hold at the moment, and what that will look like, we're not, hopefully those events can go on, but they're large events, so we will see. But we have put together trivia, Family Feud, a drive-in, not really, think drive-in movie theater, but not really. That's kind of, they'll drive in and there'll be a big, stage, and the event will go on, but you're in your cars. So that is something that some of our clients are looking towards if this continues with, not being able to gather in large crowds. We also have Expo in a Box that we've created, and that's going to be used as an event coming up in October. We're very excited about it. It will go out to all of their attendees, and that'll be a virtual event. So virtual events are happening because these corporations have to still engage with their clients and engage with their employees. So we're still having some of those just virtually.
We've
virtual
also found
conference.
that some of the elements that we do, like our more creative things like champagne walls, branded walls, entertainers, that that corporations are wanting to start smaller. So maybe you have a committee or a division, and they're going to have like a Friday, TGI Friday branded corporate cocktail party to start getting the groups together again, but at a smaller level that's safe. So we also have that planning going too.
So I want to touch on nonprofits. There were a lot of fundraisers planned for the spring, and unfortunately, I've heard from some nonprofits that they've actually had to shut down. They just can't keep moving with this. So what are you doing for nonprofits? I know that you have just a package for fundraisers as well.
Yes, actually, one of our very first cancellations was one of our favorite clients. That was a nonprofit, and they did cancel their big gala in October. And that really pushed us to look at ways that we could still do fundraisers, but sort of reimagine them. Maybe it's around a special date and something happens virtually, or maybe it's thinking about smaller groups. Like I have done one in the past where we did themed dinners done by chefs at patrons' homes, and people paid, to go to the home they wanted with live music and this wonderful dinner and this theme thing. So we have looked at ways to do that. I think what you'll find is, while it will start smaller, it will still have a level of excellence that will drive giving. Even I think Jillian and I have talked about this with regard to weddings. I think people are getting back to what Jillian said, love prevails, and the weddings will be smaller, but the wow factor can be great. I mean, we were just talking with our friends at the Fox Theater about being able to, because of a smaller guest list, really focus on something that's important to the couple. Maybe you're having a Phantom of the Opera themed wedding. I mean, you can blow it out. And so that's sort of fun to see. That's a positive.
So Jillian, it does seem like, as terrible as this pandemic is, this has all taught us a lesson on just everything, on how we shift and change and adapt and maybe even learn from it. What are some big takeaways that you had through this? I know that you've had to incorporate new things, and it seems like it's more so on the moment.
Big takeaway, I'd say we get curveballs all the time. We're planners. We get things thrown at us. This was very challenging, but we're going to come out of this stronger. I feel like our creativity has vamped up. We've learned so many things in the virtual world, technology, which our world is moving towards anyway. So it's just really taught us that we have got to stay on top of all of the different ways to do events, and really come out stronger by offering to our clients just all the different possibilities. But COVID-19 has really put a damper on our event industry, but we will not be taken down by it. We are going to just keep pushing forward. We're not going anywhere. People want to celebrate, we'll celebrate again. There will not be going back to normal, but it'll be a new normal, and it will be fabulous, because everything we do will be fabulous. So we're we're going to keep moving forward.
Well, I've personally attended some of your events. You're one in your home, but also one of your bigger business events. And I'm telling you, people, these ladies just know how to do it. Like, I pay attention to all the little details, and I'm like, who thinks of that? So I love that you do that. So Deb, I just want to ask you, I know that it's changed this year because of the quarantine, but what are some big things that we can expect to see at events? Like, I think last year for me, one of the wow factors that you guys had was that big champagne tower. So when we walk in, the champagne glasses are actually already on in the tower, and we just pick up the glass. So what are some cool things that we can expect to see this year?
Well, I know one of the cool things that we have in the works is a champagne vending machine.
Wow.
You're not even going to have a person hand you your
Wow.
champagne. You just go get your champagne out of the vending machine.
Yeah. It's all branded. It's all branded and ready to go. So you'll have your own champagne bottle. You open it. You may be able to pour it in your own glass, but you could just take a straw in it and really fine. So
the other thing is, taking what we've learned, like you said, from this, what good can come of it. And like Jillian said, we have been moving towards technology. And one of the good things that came out of it is everybody from me to grandma and grandpa have been able to do a Facebook Live or tune into Zoom or get this virtual technology. So what we've also done is we put together another service called Guested, which is a virtual guest at a wedding, a party. And what happens is you will have your regular guest list of people in attendance, and it'll probably be smaller. And then you'll have your virtual guest list, and then they will actually get a branded box. It could be for your wedding. So it could have items in it that are from the city your wedding's in, things that are important to you, and all the information of how you can tune into the live stream to be involved.
Oh my goodness, I love that. So so we're not missing the experience, because I think that's what I kept thinking, is like, it's not the same to have a virtual event, but right, if you're receiving something that makes you feel like you're a part of it, and sometimes people can't travel,
Right.
that makes a lot of sense. Jillian, with all this said and all this excitement, people are going to reschedule, you think?
I think so. We've already had some, just today, some emails with rescheduling, people feeling more confident. Do you think we can still do this in October? So there's chatter of that. Some are pushing it to 2021, and I think that's smart, especially weddings. Brides just want to feel a little bit more at ease in 2020 and just kind of relax a bit instead of waiting month to month to get married. And of course, the ones who are ready to get married, we have our Why Wait weddings. So we are kind of filling the gaps for whatever they need. We're here and we're ready to work for them. So rescheduling is definitely happening, and 2021 is really stacking up to be a great year because of all the moving and shifting and pivoting that we've had to do with our clients.
All right, let's do it again, ladies. Thank you so much for this. I definitely feel more hopeful in talking with you, because we all love a good event, and we're all just craving for that event. And for those of you out there who are thinking like, oh, I'll just get online and Google how to plan an event, which is great. I've done that myself. I'm all over Pinterest. But there is something to be said about having professionals taking care of it, thinking outside the box, and just like taking over all the details that we may not think about, but also don't want to do. And Sunny is chiming in. Yay for Why Wait Weddings. Thank you for all your support. And I truly appreciate you, ladies. And I'm ready to go back. So whenever you're ready, I'll RSVP.
Thank you so much. We are so excited.
And you can find more information on everything we talked about on our website, which is eventsofaLifetimeproductions.com. It's all there.
Great.
All there.
And then so if you're catching this after the live broadcast, please feel free to comment. The ladies will get back with you. And I hope to see you all very soon. Have a great day.
Thanks.
Have a great week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.